Hello, everyone, and welcome to Witchy Life Story. The synopsis is as follows. Witchy Life Story is a visual novel about a spoiled brat of a witch who is sent to help the village of Flora at her Gran's behest. Coming only with your crow familiar Ramsey, you're meant to help the villagers as they get ready for the festival happening in 2 weeks. Let's get started. So, the first thing that the game is going to have you do is create your character. And as with any game that offers this as an option, I try to take advantage of that and make it as accurate as possible. So I picked out the chunky body frame because I'm a chunky girl. I'm rocking the pigtails, got the big old eyes, got the glasses, light makeup. I'm a little disappointed that I can't rock my signature bangs. My bangs are like the security blanket for my face, but it is what it is, and we get what we get, as is also the case with wardrobe. I'm not going to bother taking you through the different outfits that you can choose from. I just kind of feel like most of them are horrendous, and the ones that aren't horrendous just don't look right on me and don't look. Basically, they didn't have the option of, giant sweatshirt with leggings and chunky knit socks, which is my go-to outfit, or screen print tees, that kind of stuff. They didn't have lounge wear, in other words. They didn't have like lazy couch surfing potato garb. So here we are with this little number. Then you get to pick out your name and you get to pick out your pronouns. It also gives you the option of any pronouns or no pronouns. So I think that's good. So we've got our character created. We've got our name. We've got our pronouns. We've got our outfit and all that. So let's go ahead and get right to it. We are in the first week of December, barely into, the holiday season, and I'm already just burnt, and I need something really chill and really laid back and low risk to play, where I can just kind of shut down and just kick back and go with the flow. And this seemed like a pretty good game to go with. My name is Elizabeth Von Teasel. I am 18 years old, and I have a crew familiar named Ramsey. I dislike listening to my Gran and people and drama. Same girl. We ain't about no drama up in here. I like my familiar Ramsey and witchcraft and being me. I like being me most of the time. Everyone in my family thinks I'm hopeless. Same girl. Which is why they sent me here to the village of Flora. Ooh, to prove I'm worthy of having the Von Teasel family name. If that's their attitude, let them keep it. It's a stupid name anyway. Or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Honestly, I wasn't listening all that much when my Gran told me. Same. I mean, people start hitting you with that negative nonsense. You just tune them out and go to your happy place. Just nod and smile. Let them say what they say and then do what you want. Well, I think this is it. Yeah, the village is pretty small. Do people actually live here? What do you mean? Do people actually live here? Some people like, rural areas and small towns and all that. Don't be getting all judgy already. We need to go to the town hall? Right, Gran said something about that. Whatever. It was there. Well, I guess it was Gran's choice to send me here. The rest of my family wanted to disown me. Let them. Let them. If that's their attitude. Either way, I'm here, aren't I? Isn't that enough? Yes, it is. It's enough. You're enough. when they could have just accepted my genius, let me do my own thing, allowed me to work on that experiment. Just let me do my own thing. Let a girl live. But no. So I acted out a little. They deserved it. And don't tell me you didn't think it was a little funny. I needed to get my frustrations out somehow. What did we do? No, Elizabeth, that's not how you hold an athame. I've never seen that word before in my life. Elizabeth, why don't you wear the traditional Von Teasel garb? Well, maybe it sucks. A Von Teasel shouldn't speak like that. Are you sure she really is a Von Teasel? Maybe someone switched her right now. You crossing a line now. I mean, there's harsh and then there's harsh. Think about it. Don't say nothing that you can't unsay, because that stuff sticks. Yeah, I know it's better not to give them any mind, and they're not here to say things. But they're still going to judge me at the end of it all. Let them. Sure, let's head to the town hall. The mayor's supposed to be expecting us or whatever, right? See, I'm already mad. just the glean that we've gotten into our backstory and the way our family is. I'm already ready to fight somebody. I was trying to like pick a game that was all nice and laid back and chill, and I'm already like fuming. All right, let's go to the town hall. I think this is it. No, you knock. You don't have hands? Use your beak. Hello, I'm Ruth, the mayor of Flora. Can I help you? The mayor. I'm Elizabeth Von Teasel. Elizabeth? Yes. Von Teasel? Did I stutter? Yes. Is Margie with you? Who the heck is Margie? Marjoram Von Teasel. Oh, my Gran. Nope. I see. Will Marjoram be joining you later? No. I see. Awkward. Gran, Marjoram asked you, or said you'd be expecting us? Well, we were expecting a Von Teasel, but truth be told, we were expecting the letter. Oh, that's right. My Gran said to give this to you. You take a letter out of your pocket and hand it to Ruth. Ruth opens it and starts to read. You notice her face growing more and more. I see. I asked Margie if she could help us with our harvest festival during a critical time. And Margie sends me her grandchild who needs to prove she is worthy of training. See, we got to prove things. Ugh, Ruth, are you okay? I'm sorry, pardon me. I lost focus there for a little. Are you sure? I just should have expected something like this is all. So you're in trouble. Just a little. But you do know what you're doing. Yes. And more. For the most part. But sometimes I don't. Okay, we don't want to oversell ourselves. For the most part, that would kind of make me a bit skittish if I was Ruth. But sometimes I don't. So yeah, let's say that we know stuff, but let's also admit to not knowing everything. And that's where the fun begins. Then tell me, Elizabeth, why do you need to prove you're worthy of training? Shouldn't you be finishing your training at your age? Listen, I say this in just about 99% of my videos. Whenever the topic of age comes up, you are never too old. You are never too old to start. You're never too old to start over. Why are you being all judgy, Ruth? Training is such a structured way of approaching things. I'm more interested in, let's say, throwing things together and seeing what happens. I see. The mayor skims over the letter. This letter also mentions something about a magazine. Magazine? My Gran mentioned a magazine? Why did Gran have to mention the magazine? What, did I do a pictorial or something? Cosmopolitan. That sounds familiar now that I think about it. That's right. It's a witchcraft tips magazine, correct? We have a villager who is an ardent reader. Do you now? Just your luck. It was all a big joke, really. No harm was really intended. Though I guess the jade eggs, weed cleansing, mushroom tea. All right, so I guess, you know, whatever we did involved one of these three things. I think jade eggs might, if jade eggs, if that's what I think it is, probably shouldn't go with that. Mushroom tea, I think, I don't know. The idea of dosing someone seems a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I wouldn't dose somebody. I just think, you know, you're flirting with disaster. So much could go wrong with something like that. Weed cleansing. All right, that seems to probably be the least controversial or extreme thing out of these three options, I think, in my opinion. Weed cleansing. Pushed it a little too far. But I wrote all the spells under an alias, Avon Elsit. So it's not like the readers knew it was a Von Teasel witch. My Gran shouldn't have been snooping through my grimoire. Oh, that word's going to give me trouble. Let's go ahead and establish it right now. I'm going to say grimoire, like every time. My grimoire in the first place, or rather Avon Elsit's grimoire, even though the whole thing was made up. Of course, of course. So we shouldn't expect any of the same shenanigans? No, you can expect completely different shenanigans. And did your grandmother explain what you'd be doing here in Florida? Helping out with a festival or something, yeah? I kind of only half listened. We're hosting our annual harvest festival, the Floralia Festival, in 2 weeks. As you know, harvest festivals are held to bless our villages and lands with prosperity and abundance. However, for the past more than several years, I'm afraid, our harvest festival has been lacking, and thus Flora has grown smaller and smaller, and this year is looking to follow the same pattern. It's why I reached out to Marjoram. I feel like all our energies are just off somehow. I was hoping she'd help us with our festival, but you got me instead. Oh, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah. We've got Marjoram from Timu. Perhaps this task means Marjoram trusts you. It seems odd she'd send her grandchild to complete such a task if she didn't. More like she wanted to distance me and the family. Sometimes space is just the thing we need. Yeah, and it sounds like getting away from my family was like the best thing that could have happened to me. Either way, I suppose we'll just have to make do. How about I show you around and introduce you to some of the villagers? All right. You, Ruth, and Ramsey make your way down the hall. Ruth knocks on an office door. Come in. Hello, Mel. This is Elizabeth, the witch who will be helping us with the festival. Oh my goodness, hello. You look around at Mel's office. You notice all the candles, incense, charms, and magazines. She must be the ardent reader. You must be skilled in aging magic. You look so young. Thank you, I get that all the time. That's because she is. This is my friend's grandchild. I see. Mel is my second in command. She's been a big help coordinating everything for the festival these past years. Oh, really? Really, you say? She's been a big help, huh? In these past years, when you just said that in the last few years, the quality of the festival has gone into the crapper. Noted. Yep. And this year's going to be the best yet. I just remembered I have a meeting to go to. If I run, I should still make it on time. Mel, it's right down the Mel runs out the door before you can say anything. I got alarm bells going off with Mel right now. She has a lot of energy. That she does. I suppose we should go ahead and make our way around the village. Lead the way. Okay, so we've gone there. No one's there. What's this? This is my home. Let's see if anyone is here. You walk into the home and hear someone playing the guitar. Ooh, pretty. That must be Devin. Devin, can you come here for a moment? Oh, sure, Ruth. Aw, look at Devin. Wow, this person looks uncomfortable. Maybe we came at a bad time. Devin, this is Elizabeth, the witch I mentioned. Hello. Devin is friends with my granddaughter, Nisha. They'll be writing the music for our festival. That's great. I think it'll be wonderful. Well, we should let Devin get back to work. Nice to meet you. Devin shuffles their way back upstairs. I feel you, Devin. I mean, meeting strangers is awkward enough, but then, like, you know what I mean? Like, this situation, like, where your parents are introducing you to people or whatever. It's just a special kind of uncomfortable. I was a very shy, awkward kid, and I'm a very shy, awkward adult as well. Nothing has changed. You approach a cafe. Let's see if Jean's around. Hello, Mère. How can I help you? No, I'm not going to do a French accent. I'm not going to do a bad French accent for Jean. Oh, we're just stopping by. This is Elizabeth, the witch helping us out for the festival. Okay, this is really awkward. Have you met Mel yet? I think I said yes. Jean and Mel are married. Really? Oh, look at my face. I'm like, dang, this man is fine and he's taken. I mean, oh, that's nice. Yeah, Ramsey called it. Ramsey was like, girl, your face is totally giving you away. Well, we'll be on our way. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction. Goodbye. Jean walks off and tends to a customer. Jean can be quiet, but he's a wonderful baker. Make sure to stop by for a treat sometime. Oh, I love treats. Yes, yes. In fact, as I'm recording this, I've got some lovely little I could speak. Some lovely little Christmas cookies that I'm nibbling on. All right, so next we have, that was the bakery. So this is what? This is, the town square. You walk to the town square. It's in a state of disarray. This is where we hold the Floralia Festival. I know it looks a little chaotic, but it'll come together, I'm sure. Jonas can be pretty dependable. Can be? Jonas, are you around? Hey, Ruth. Whoa, is that a crow? Did you befriend it or something? Ramsey is my familiar. Why am I looking why do I have RBF all of a sudden? Dang. Be so sensitive. Familiar? Is that what they call pets these days? Elizabeth is a witch. Oh. Jonas steps back a little. What's his deal? Our usual builder injured himself the other week, so Jonas is taking over in his place. Did he injure himself or was he sabotaged? I'm suspecting everyone. Yup, tomorrow is my first full day in charge. How are things going? Good, I think. Everything should be in tip-top shape by the festival. He doesn't look very confident in what he's saying. Good, good. We'll be on our way. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. Jonas walks away at a brisk pace. He's scared of witches. Or he wants me. Alright, let's go over here. This is the art studio. My granddaughter Nisha should be around here somewhere. Man, that reminds me. I need to get an easel, y'all. Aw, what the heck? Now I've got to clean up your mess again. Nisha, is everything okay? Who was she talking to? Yeah, I just accidentally knocked over some paints is all. Huh? Who are you? Nisha, that's not very polite. I'm Elizabeth, your witch for the next 2 weeks. Weren't we expecting someone a lot older? Elizabeth is my friend's grandchild and a witch in training. A witch in training? Don't we need a witch out of train? It'll be fine. Elizabeth is a Von Teasel after all. Uh-huh. Well, we should continue with our introductions. Sure, see you around. You turn and whisper to Ramsey. I get the feeling she doesn't like us very much. Well, not necessarily. She's just very straightforward and, you know, don't take it the wrong way. And then what's this? That's right, we do have a store in Flora. Somehow I always forget about this store. How do you forget about a village's single store? That's a good question. You should be able to buy some spell materials here. You approach the shop and try to open the door, but it doesn't budge. In fact, the store looks empty. You should try coming back tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Okay. You slow down and put some distance between you and Ruth. Psst, Ramsey. Do you get the feeling people here don't like witchcraft? Ruth turns around. Witchcraft. There you are. I thought I had lost you. I think it's time I show you your home. It's the one with the garden, just this way. Ooh, we have a garden. Where do you want to go? Home. Ooh, you walk into a small cottage. Wow, it seems perfectly in order. Our previous witch used to live here. I'm not entirely sure who maintained it, but hopefully it's to your liking. It's a little quaint. It'll do. It's perfect. I think it's perfect. It's lovely. This cauldron shall serve us nicely. Yes, of course. Make sure to check your mailbox in the morning. That's how we send in our orders. The garden is just through that door. You'll find all the gardening equipment you need out there too. Then there's your wardrobe and bed. There's also this moon altar the last witch set up. She used to decorate it with items she found around Flora. I think that's everything. We are glad you're here to help us. I'm afraid our village tour has tired me out. I should let you get settled anyway. Tomorrow is your first day on the job. Sure, thanks for the tour. Of course. Goodbye now. Yeah, all those introductions were a little awkward. Because I'm awkward. Ugh, why did Gran do this to me? They don't want me here, and I don't want to be here. Getting disowned would have been so much easier. There's got to be a way out of this, to get out of this. Think, Elizabeth, think. Wait, I've got it. There's a calendar here, right? Let's take a look at it. Calendar, all right. This. Yes, this is it. See, there's a full moon on the 8th. We just need to be as perfect as we possibly can until then. All right, well, you're setting yourself up for failure right away by aiming for perfection. Then on the full moon, we'll perform a ritual that'll solve all their problems or whatever right then and there. So realistic. Cheating? How is that cheating? It's called efficiency. Yeah, work smart, not hard. Do you really want to be stuck here for 2 weeks? All right, so on the one hand, calm down. Like, really, there are worse places to be. It seems like a nice little village, very picturesque and quiet. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. But on the other hand, like when something isn't your choice, when you're kind of like stuck in a situation, that automatically like makes it kind of suck, you know? So I can kind of see like this would be a great place to live probably if it was your choice to live there. But if you're like being forced to be there, you know, I see how that can kind of take the shine off of it. I didn't think so. Do I really want to go back home though? No. I don't know. But we need to get out of here first. The rest we can figure out later. Yeah, I guess it's time to get some rest. I'm going to need it for tomorrow. Okay. So we go back. So this is our place. Very nice. Can we go check out the garden? Oh, they're not going to let me check out the garden yet. Okay. But I want to look at everything now. Though I guess getting some rest is a good idea. All right. Let's go ahead and go to bed. Are you ready to end the day? Yes. Ooh, pretty. I will say this game is very visually pleasing. It's very nice to look at. It's morning already? Girl, I feel you. I think it's time for beauty magic. Can I sleep a little longer? Let's get back to that experiment. I want to sleep. Never enough sleep. Huh? I have work to do. No, I thought that was a bad dream. Ramsey's setting me straight. He's keeping me on task. Well, maybe if you didn't remind me, I could have stayed in my ignorant bliss. I guess I should just get these orders over and done with. The sooner we're out of here, the better. At least we only have 1 week of this, and then we can just use the power of the full moon to do the rest. A 2-week task done in a week. And then goodbye, Flora, and hello, rest and relaxation. Yes, yes, I will go and check my mail now. All right, so let's check our mail, which is here. What you flapping your wings for? Am I forgetting anything? Your treat? Okay, okay. Maybe later. Gran said you get too many. They're bad for your beak anyways. All right, so you just relax. I'll get you your treat. But let's get these orders going, because what I've decided, the play time of this game from start to finish is like, depending on how much you do, so I guess some of it is optional, but depending on how much you do, it could be upwards of like 6 to 8 hours, something along those lines. So I'm only going to do like 1 day in Flora. The first day doesn't count because that's like our introduction to everything, but we'll do 1 day of like taking orders and working in the garden and delivering everything. And basically at the end of this day, that's when we'll wrap up this video. So yeah, if this is something that you want to see like as a series, you know, we can bust out an episode here and there to see where the story goes. But for today, we're just doing like one full day for this episode. All right, let's take a look. Alrighty, what do we have here? Looks like our first request is from Ruth, the mayor. Let's see what intentions and associations we can pull from her letter. All right. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I've been feeling a little detached from everyone recently. I've especially felt disconnected from the festival. I do still care, but who knows? Maybe some incense could help me work through things? Sincerely, Ruth. All right. Detached from everyone. Disconnected from the festival. Still care. Looks like Ruth needs some relationship-focused incense, with a pink ingredient and another one associated with Pluto. So basic. Good, this won't take long. Grumble. Honestly, whenever I start a task, especially if it's something that's completely new to me, that I don't quite know how to do or do well, I have to allow myself that moment to mumble and grumble about it and you know, feel the ick before I dig my heels in and get to it. There's no way these incense will explode. Boring. Fine, I'll quit complaining and keep reading. Jeez. Except Elizabeth, it's Mel and I's anniversary soon. Mel likes magic. Perhaps a potion that could help us celebrate our current and future happiness together would be a good gift. That is a good gift, Jean. All right, so anniversary. Celebrate our current and future happiness. Okay, accept. And then lastly, we have Devon. Hi, Elizabeth. I hope I'm not bothering you. Could you craft some incense that attracts positive energy? Ideally, something that promotes tranquility, maybe happiness too. Thank you, Devon. All right, attracts positive energy, promotes tranquility, and happiness. Accept. Okay. Yeah, none of these seem too complicated. I guess it's time to gather materials and ingredients. We can go to the general store to purchase bottles and stuff, or gather ingredients from the garden. Which one do you think we should do first? I should open my grimoire. I should open my grimoire first. I'm going to start calling my notebook my grimoire. Yes. I'll make sure to make a habit of checking my inventory and active orders. Okay. To open your grimoire, press X. Okay. Flip through the pages or use the tabs to go to different sections. Okay. There's our plants, recipes, villagers, orders. All right. All right. So I've opened my grimoire. What you want? We got rose, chamomile, rosemary. I have none of these things. Plants, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. So how do I close my grimoire? Oh, like that. Okay, back button, as with everything. So now we go to the villager garden shop, right? Through the door we go, right? Let's go through the door. Let's go to the village shop first. Okay. Looking to purchase. Hello. My name is it Yemina or Jamina? I like Yemina. Let's go with Yemina. You must be Elizabeth, the new witch. I knew it was a good idea to keep my old stock around. No good throwing things away that someday someone might buy, said every hoarder ever. I also carry some antiques at a premium price. My daughter sends them to me when she's off on her travels. She always says she will visit with her girlfriend, but we'll see. Oh, look at her face. Yemina wants a visit. You know what? I'm suddenly feeling very generous. Take some of this resin and these bottles and vials and satchels free of charge. Though promise me next time you come to my shop, you'll buy one of the antiques. No one here has an appreciation for old things. Well, F them. But now it's time for my mid-morning tea, so I must close the shop. Man. Enjoy the supplies. That's the joy of being your own boss. You can just do a mid-morning tea if you feel like it. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, that shopkeeper was pretty generous. But did you see the price tag on those antiques? I hope she was kidding about having to buy them. Anyway, it's off to the garden now, right? Yes. Off to the garden we go. Garden. Honestly, it's a little creepy how well maintained this garden is. Why is that creepy? Girl, I've seen creepy. Do they really not know who did it? Who cares? Yes, I know. It's my problem now regardless. Got to pick, water, and weed everything. At least it seems like we've got a compost bin. We can probably use that to turn weeds into fertilizer. That should help the plants grow a little faster. Look at you all knowing stuff about gardening and composting. Yay, gardening. You know, if it were easy as you think it is, I would love to have a garden, but I have tried so many times. From having a vegetable garden to like a flower garden to like an herb garden. I got a brown thumb. What can I say? Gardening overview. Use the gardening tools to tend to your garden. Okay? First, harvest the flowers and herbs with the shears. Got it. Make sure to water them after you harvest to ensure they bloom the next day. Okay? Though the rose, lavender, rosemary, and chamomile take an extra day to regrow. Right, rose, lavender, rosemary, chamomile. You can also pull the weeds while using the gardening gloves. The weeds can be turned into fertilizer at the compost bin. Fertilizer helps the plants in your garden grow faster. Okay, so we pull the weeds. Wait, hold up. We pull the weeds like so. We clip. This is how we harvest things, with the clipping. And then after we clip, we will give them all a drinky drink. Okay. What did they say takes an extra day to grow? Rose. Wait, was it rose, lavender, chamomile, rosemary? Was that right? I don't remember. I should have written it down. All right, so... All right, let's go this way. Let's check this one out. Let's pull our weeds. Yep, we got our gloves on. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then we clippity-doo-dah, clippity-yay, clippidis, 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 and clippidat. And then we will give them all a drinky drink. 1 drink, 2 drink, 3 drink, 4. All right. Sorted. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this is the... Oh, you know what? I'm such a fool. All of the stuff that takes the extra day to grow is in this one garden bed. If that's okay. I get it now. I'm caught up. This is all the stuff that takes an extra day to grow. Got it. All right, let's put on our gloves. Let's yank these weeds out. Look at the cute little garden statues I have in the little birdhouse. It's so nice. And then we clip, 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 clip. And then we water. Drink, 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 drink. Come on now. Get you a little sippy sip. Okay. So we've harvested all of that. Now let's go. This is our compost bin. And these are all of our weeds. Okay, now we got 3 bags of fertilizer. So we go here and we use, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we've got extra, 1 extra each of these ones that take an extra day to grow. Okay, I think that's good planning. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Gardening done. Looks like I've got everything to start cranking out these spells. Let's get back inside and check out that crafting altar. I've got some flowers, herbs, and bottles and vials and stuff as base materials. So let's craft some spells. Of course, I don't know what spells, but I'm sure I can figure it out from the info in my grimoire. Pretty sure it said what plants match which associations. So let's open it up and go from there. All right, so crafting overview. I'm going to do my best to explain the teeny tiny little gripe that I had with this section of the game. This tutorial specifically, they give you all the instructions all together at once. Like, you can't just do like each step as it's telling you to do that step. For instance, open your grimoire and go to the orders tab to see the current orders. It won't let me do that. It won't let me do that by pressing X. It won't let me do it by clicking on the grimoire. And then it already tells you to do the next thing. Click a character portrait to pin their order. I've already forgotten what the first thing was that you told me. See, this is what happens. Then go to the plants section to match the symbols from the orders to plants. Click the chest of drawers. See, you can't do that to me. You can't give me like 6 steps all at the same time. And by the time you get to the end of the 6th step, expect me to remember what the first step was, or the second, or the third. So that's the only gripe I mean, I know all you smart, clever people out there are going to be like, it's not that serious. It's fine. But for me, like, I struggle enough understanding the way things are supposed to be done when it's new. I need training wheels. I need training wheels for this kind of thing. And there were no training wheels to be had with this. So there should be a 3 plant ingredients total. Make sure to check the type of spell the villager wants too. You can see what base material... See, look at this. Base material matches what spell type in the recipes section. Would be handy if I could actually go and look at the recipes section right now to see what you're talking about. Click the base materials on the altar to cycle through the ones you have in your inventory. Once you think you have the right ingredients and base material, click the cauldron to craft the spell. So basically what happened was I had to fumble around with this for the longest time to finally figure out how to do it. So as you see me go through this, just know the only reason I'm able to do it so quickly and efficiently was because it took like a lot of off-camera struggling to get to that point. So let's go to our grimoire. Let's go to orders. Let's go to Ruth. Let's see what she wants. All right, so these are the things that tell you what you need. So, plants. Rose, that's the heart symbol. Okay, so let's open up our chest. Let's get rose. The next thing we have is a pink flower, and that is hollyhock. So let's get a hollyhock. And then we got the little symbol, which matches allium. So let's get some allium. And now we have our 3 ingredients. So let's close our grimoire. And it's an incense. And we have learned that incense, for that we need this thing. So once you have all 3 ingredients and the base material, you click on the cauldron. And if you picked the right things, then when you click on the cauldron, it'll do the thing that it's supposed to do. It'll make it. Yay! We got it right. Keep crafting. All right, so back to the grimoire. Our next order is for Jean. He needs a potion for his anniversary. Aww. All right, so base material. This is what we use for potion, so we don't need to do anything there. Let's go to plants. Again, we've got the heart, so let's get rose. So we get another rose. We got a orange flower, which is calendula. So let's get one of those. And then we've got this symbol, which matches hollyhock. So we just get another hollyhock. All right. Those are our 3 ingredients. This is our base material. And then we click on the cauldron. We've got all the right stuff, so it's going to work. Happy love potion. Keep crafting. And then grimoire orders. Devon. She needs some positive and peaceful incense. Okay, so let's go to plants. So here we see that symbol is rosemary. Let's get some rosemary. Then we've got a blue flower, which is going to be the pea flower. Got it. We've got this symbol, which is for yarrow. So let's get one of those. And it is an incense. So let's go to our base material and get the this little bowl here, right? If everything's correct, and it is, then we get our blessing incense. All right, so we're finished. Those are all of our orders. All done. Time to deliver these amazing spells. Now, how do I mail them? We're not going to mail them. You're in a village. It's quicker just to deliver them. But what if I just sneak in a little extra? No. We're doing things by the book. And everyone will be super impressed, and my Gran will realize my genius. Hey now, a witch is allowed to dream. Let's just get this done. Okay. You ready to head out, Ramsey? Wait, you're not coming with me? I've got to do this on my own? Please, Ramsey, don't make me do it. But what if I give you some tasty bug treats later? I know they're your favorite. Fine, be that way. See if I ever help you again with a situation you loathe. Why my boy abandoning me? Why you leaving me hanging, Ramsey? What the heck? Where do I want to go? Village. Stupid Ramsey. I don't need him. I do. He's my emotional support crow. I'll have to make him a special snack. Is that cheeky? Or I just say nothing. I'll have to make him a special snack. Made of... Dang it. Why do crows have to like everything? See, I was gonna prank him, but they'll eat anything, I guess. Whatever, I'll just make these deliveries. How bad can talking to strangers in a small village be? Well... who should I deliver to first? Let's get Town Hall out the way. Talk to Ruth. First delivery, Elizabeth. You've got this. You walk up and knock on the door. Elizabeth, good to see you. Can I help you with something? Yep. I've got your order. This is what this is. Okay. 1 batch of reconnection incense handmade by yours truly. Wonderful. How exciting. These should help me get back into the swing of things. Are you not excited about the festival? Oh, I wouldn't say that. It's just been hard to motivate myself recently. Perhaps my old age is finally catching up to me. How long have you been the mayor of Flora? Maybe 40 or so odd years now. 40 years? It does sound like a long time when you put it that way. It sounds like a long time when you put it anyway. You must be like the best mayor ever to get elected for 40 years straight. Now, I don't know about that. Mostly I ran uncontested. Flora is a small village, so there aren't many people vying for my position. Though I suppose Flora hasn't always been small. So much has changed over the years, especially the festival, and perhaps not for the better. Sorry, you don't want to hear the grumbles of an old lady. No worries. My spells can fix everything. I'm used to grumbling old ladies. I've got some revenge magic. Why would I say that? I'm used to grumbling old ladies. My spells can fix everything. I really don't want to overpromise here. Revenge magic. That doesn't make any sense to say that. I'll just tease her and say I'm used to grumbling old ladies. Yes, your grandmother is the grumbling sort. Dang, Ruth. Wow, even when she was younger? Oh yes, she never liked being told what to do. And she acts like I'm the bratty one. Grandmothers. We are the ones that ruin all the fun. Does that mean a grandmother shouldn't be in charge of the festival? That is a good question. Young people like you give us oldies energy, though. We've got to do our best to keep up. I love this festival because of the energy of everyone coming together towards a common goal. Not that everyone isn't working hard now. I know they are, but somehow it doesn't feel the same. Well, for me at least. Oops, there I go again with my grumbles. Yeah, you ain't paying me therapist money, so... Wait, were you only excited for the festival because other people were excited about the festival? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that's entirely true. Because that would mean you were never truly excited for the festival. Now, just hold on a second. It's part of my job as mayor to make sure others are excited, not just myself. I think I know why you've run uncontested all these years. Being a mayor is annoying. Being a mayor is torture. I honestly think being a mayor is probably very exhausting. Having to keep everyone happy to make sure you're happy? That sounds like... Ruth? It's that same expression from yesterday. Did you lose focus again? What? Is she possessed? What the? Greetings, Elizabeth. Are you excited about the festival? It's just around the corner, you know, and there's still so much to get done. What's going on? I do hope you enjoy your stay in Flora. We're so happy to have your assistance during this time. I must get back to my mayoral duties, if you don't mind. Have a lovely rest of your day. All right, Ruth. Ruth subtly, but definitely, pushes you out the door. Is this usually what happens on deliveries? My Gran did not prepare me enough for this. Yeah, Ruth is having some issues for show. All right, Jean. Talk to Jean. Sniffs. What's that smell? Sniffs. You approach the... Man, I wish I could sniff now. I'm getting congested for some reason. You approach the door to Jean's home and see the door slightly ajar with smoke coming out of it. Oh no, Jean, are you in there? My first day on the job, and my client might be burning to a crisp. But at least it's not my fault. There you go. I didn't do it. It ain't mine. Grumble, cough, grumble. Jean is in there. I've got to get him out. Hang on, Jean. I'm coming in. You run into the house and see Jean covering his mouth as he tries to fan out the smoke with a towel. Let me get the windows. You run around opening all the windows. Once opened, the smoke quickly dissipates from the house. What happened? Are you okay? Jean looks down at a baking sheet full of burnt something. I see. Well, I've got your potion. Give Jean the happy love potion. Here's your happy love potion. Jean, maybe ignoring you, starts cleaning up the burnt mess. I mean, I guess I'll just leave this on the counter? Grumbles. I'll take that as a yes. You put the potion on the counter and take a peek at Jean. He looks very angry. Maybe chatting will help take his mind off things. Girl, do not poke the bear. I'm saying, just step back slowly, make your exit. So, it's your anniversary. Do you have any fun plans? How long have you been? Please leave. Now. Okay. He's mean. No, I mean, he just wasn't in the mood for company or small talk. Some of us hate small talk, Elizabeth. Read the room. My other delivery was much better. At least there's only one more left. And that would be Devon. Talk to Devon. You arrive at Ruth and Nisha's home, hoping to catch Devon. They seemed pretty nervous the last time you met. You should probably do your best not to make any sudden movements. Hi, Elizabeth, right? Are you here to deliver the spell? Yep. Just let me find it. Here it is. This stuff, wasn't it? Blessing incense. Thanks. I hope Ruth and Nisha like them. They seem to be more talkative today than yesterday. You wonder why. Back home, my family uses these to cleanse our house once a season. It's just a little ritual we do, but I've always liked it. You have a witch back in your village? Yep, he's been around for ages. Everyone in the village loves him, though I think our village is a little more open to magic than Flora. Not that that's a bad thing. Yeah, I can't tell if folks are happy to have me here or not. Their welcoming was a little odd, though I guess I wasn't expecting. Though I guess I wasn't exactly what they asked for. Geez, learn to read. I'm sure they are. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Huh? I'm not upset. You're not? Not at all. I just have to show them how great I am. What they think isn't my problem. If I've learned it, it's wisdom time, boys and girls. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. What I've learned, if I've learned anything, I've learned a few things. Even if you do everything right, people are still going to think what they think. There's nothing you can do about it. So you may as well just do what you want. I mean, don't be a jerk, but don't bend over backwards to accommodate other people's expectations, because it's absolutely a waste of time. It is absolutely a waste of time. What they think isn't my problem. Oh, what? You aren't worried about what other people think? I mean, I am. Because it does matter to an extent. I mean, I have to worry what my boss thinks because, you know, I'm depending on him for my employment, and I'm depending on my employment to pay my rent and buy my groceries. You know, I certainly have to care what my landlord thinks so that I continue to have a roof over my head. And I care what my friends think and what my boyfriend thinks because I respect them and their opinion matters. But people in general, I'm trying to give less F's about their opinions and what they think. And save that energy for those other examples that I gave. You aren't worried about what other people think? Not really. Is that a good or bad thing? Who cares? Huh. I'm a little jealous, even with your quirks. Quirks? You seem like a very secure person. I very much enjoy being me. say I've gotten there, you know, in recent years. Even though you must feel lonely not knowing anyone here, I have Ramsey. Yeah, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And your grandmother sent you here without telling you the complete truth. How do you know about that? Also, the pressure of not failing so you can complete your training must be a lot to deal with. News travels way too fast in small villages. Is this what it's normally like talking to other people? Because I suddenly feel very heavy. Oh no, I did it again, didn't I? Nisha says I have a way of reaching into people's souls and crushing them. Is this witchcraft? No, just me projecting my anxieties. Sorry. Wait, does this mean you are nervous? Only because because I'm nervous too. Nisha didn't tell me anything about having to compose the music for the festival. I just thought she wanted to hang out all summer when she asked me to come here. And when I confronted her about it, she just said, oops, and thought she mentioned it. She what? Time to rise to the challenge. Human friends are overrated. Let's curse her. Human friends are overrated. I can't say much to that since I don't have any non-human friends. But I would have at least appreciated a heads up. Then again, it's Nisha, who is very much a gets an idea, then idea must happen kind of person. But it seems like you've agreed at this point. I guess. We talked it over, and she apologized, of course. It's just performing in front of people kind of makes me, oh no, Devon is starting to look like they did yesterday. Time for an emergency subject change. How long have you and Nisha been friends? She was one of the first people I met at school. I need to slow down. I need to take a sip of water. It's that thing where my mouth moves quicker than my brain does. All right. In a way, I would find these drawings slid under my door every morning. Eventually, I put two and two together and realized it was mornings after I'd been practicing my music. One night, I stayed up and waited for the drawing, and I caught Nisha in the act. She'd been making drawings inspired by whatever I was playing at the time. She was embarrassed when I caught her, but as soon as we started talking, it was like we'd always known each other. Wow. That's like almost romantic. Sounds like true friendship. I think that's a little more than just friendly. I think it's romantic. Haha, yeah, it kind of is. I guess anything that feels like fate is. Maybe both of us being here in Flora right now is also fate too. Oh no, this is awkward. Time for another emergency change of subject. I don't have friends. That was not an emergency change of subject. Wait, like none at all? That explains a lot. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm really starting to get stuffed up right now, but I think we're almost at the end of day one, so we're going to power through. That's fine, though. I'm not great at making friends either. Honestly, I think it's pretty hard. Opening up to people, putting yourself out there. Well, yeah, and you also consider the fact that, like, I'm very picky about who I give my time and attention to because I have very limited reserves of both. And like I said before, it's quality over quantity, and I don't like most people, and most people don't like me. So, yeah. Maybe us nobodies of Flora should stick together. You know, I'm usually not this forward with people, but I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay. I don't know what any of these mean. They could mean anything. Let's just go with I guess it wouldn't hurt. Yay, allies in awkwardness. I'll let you get back to work. I'm sure you have lots to do. Bye, friend. Bye. A new friend? That isn't a familiar? Thank the triple goddess that was the last delivery. I can't tell if my heart is fluttering or pounding. Which means at least I get to go home now. I think I'm ready for a nap. Can I buy some stuff first? I made 190, wait. I had $100, I think, to start. 90. So each of those orders earned me like 30 bucks a pop. Let me open up my grimoire to see what I have and what I need. So I need 2 resins and 1 bottle. I want to get back to having 3 of each. 2 resins, 1 bottle. 2 resins. Buy. And 1 bottle. Buy. Oh, that's nice. It tells you how much you have already. Okay, that's good. I won't have to check my grimoire next time. What about these? These antiques? $5 grand for a simple leather journal. Good Lord. The audacity of this woman charging so much. Did they belong to Jesus? All right, so I shan't be buying any antiques today. So let's go home. I want to go home. Let's check in with Ramsey. I'm home. Delivery's completed, and I'm exhausted. How was my first day? I think I've decided people are weird. Well, girl, we knew that. Yes, I'm trying. But this whole fitting in thing is hard. I guess everyone seemed friendly, except that Jean guy. He kicked me out of his house, and before you ask, no, I did not set it nearly on fire. He did. Well, maybe he was embarrassed, and you kept trying to make small talk with him, and he just wanted it to end. I totally understand where Jean was coming from with his reaction. I do not blame him for kicking us out. I actually tried to save him, but I guess Devin and I are friends now because they also don't have friends, or at least not many. And the mayor seems a little off. I don't know. It's been a weird day. I think I just want to go to sleep now. Yeah, just gotta keep it up until the full moon, and then all will be sorted. All right, so now can I give him a treat? Am I forgetting anything? Your treat. Okay. 1 crow treat coming up. Aw, there you go. Now that's enough for today. Gran says too many treats are bad for your beak. Got it. All right, so now let's go to bed. Are you ready to end the day? Yes, and we are ready to end the video as well. So that's more or less Witchy Life Story. We're in this village under duress. We are filling these orders for the villagers, and as we create these potions and incense and oils and whatnot and deliver them, the story progresses. We learn more about different aspects of village life and the festival and what's going on with each of these characters and in their personal lives. And I think that we develop relationships and friendships as well with each of these progressions. But yeah, that's basically it. If you, like I said, if you do want to see where this story goes, if you do want me to turn this into a series, absolutely let me know in the comments. And if there's enough of a demand for it, then I'd be glad to bust out an episode of this here and there so that we could see how these stories progress and what happens with these villagers. Aside from that, if you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. For content updates, consider subscribing. And until next time, thank you so much for keeping me company with Witchy Life Story.